Hello and welcome to the Farmer Education here with me on Farm with Samuel. My name is Samuel. Kindly do well to subscribe to our social media handles: Facebook at Joe Samuel Agriculturist, YouTube at Farm with Samuel. On today's session on the Farmer Education, I want to talk to you about sustainability. Sustainability is one thing that you see as a country we don't value it that much. I just want to speak about sustainability briefly on agriculture. There are a lot of projects that goes on within the country on agriculture that is, not sustainable. As a country, sustainability is one of the key things that we really have to, make it a top priority if, we want agriculture to progress. We want um, productivity within the agriculture sector to increase. Then sustainability is something that you have to look at. Let me ask this question: if you're a farmer and let's say you plant, you are giving fertilizer, you are giving seeds to plant, you are giving all the inputs that you need to cultivate, and then you cultivate and it doesn't rain, then the work that you are doing is in vain. Now, if you're a farmer and you are listening to me, I just want to challenge you that make sustainability a topmost priority within the agriculture space that you are in. Any work that you are doing within the agriculture industry, try as much as possible to make it sustainable. This sustainability is something that will drive this sector very far. But as a country, we don't value it. We don't attach much importance to sustainability when it comes to agriculture. Every step, every decision that we take is to solve a problem today, but we don't think about tomorrow. What is going to happen tomorrow? That's why I asked the question. If you're a farmer and you are giving fertilizer, seeds to go and plant, tomorrow, if it doesn't rain, what is next? It means all the crops that you are going to cultivate dies. Let's look at it from this angle. Many of our farmers believe that if you cultivate here this season, the following season, let's change the land. Let's find another location to cultivate, the same plant that or the same crop that we used to cultivate. Now, they leave the land, then they go elsewhere to plant. After going to plant on that particular land, return the following season. Maybe if you leave it, some other farmer or another farmer will go in for that land and then cultivate another thing. If you really want to make sustainability a key factor in the work that we are doing, let's take that same land for instance. I cultivate tomatoes. Now the tomato that I've cultivated is going to depend on the piece of land for survival. Nutrient that's available in the soil on that piece of land that I've gone for, the tomatoes is going to take up for its development. Now, if it's not enough, you add more. What again do you have to do to keep the land that you are cultivating on? The lost nutrient that the tomato has taken up, replenish it, cultivate again, and you think that's not going to work, rather than changing land every time that you want to cultivate. You are trying your best to make your work very easy, to utilize the land that's available. Let's also think about sustaining the land, using it for a long period of time. So let's replenish our lands. Let's replenish the soil that we've taken up the nutrients. Let's replenish them so that we can use them for a long period of time. That's what we talk about sustainability. But it's everywhere, especially even when it comes to our part of Asante Achim that we are. Farmers cultivate here, then they migrate to another place to cultivate. They migrate to another place to cultivate. But if we want to make it sustainable, we can do it. But it's everywhere. I just want to challenge my fellow farmers. If it's not working for the country as a whole to make it sustainable in our own small way, let's also try our best to make agriculture sustainable. Let's try our best to make our farming activities sustainable so that some of these adverse weather conditions, we can cope with them, or else every time we will be crying for help. I mean, even those helps that comes, it comes to solve our problems today, not tomorrow. So how best as farmers can we also do our best to make our farming activities sustainable? Sustainability is very important. Oh, it is very, very crucial. If the work that we are doing, we don't think about sustainability. You see, everything that we do, we have to think about sustainability. So I just want to, I mean, we just want to appeal that. See, some of these interventions that have been coming to farmers, it is good. It supports the farmers. I mean, it takes up some of their burdens. But let's also try as much as possible to implement sustainable projects, sustainable systems that's going to help these farmers. As I always say, most of the farmers in the country are small scale farmers. We have commercial farmers, but they are nowhere compared to um, the numbers of the small scale farmers that's in the country, or that are in the country. So we want to play sustainability is, a crucial or a very important factor when it comes to um, uh, agriculture, or when it comes to developing or development within a certain jurisdiction. But here in our country, as I said, sometimes the actions that we take are actions that's going to solve a farmer's problem today, but what about tomorrow? Adverse weather conditions has been a major factor that's really affecting production, that's really affecting agriculture in the country. So we just want to plead that, in as much as um, we want to implement policies that are going to help farmers, we also plead that let these policies, let these projects, let these systems be one that's going to be sustainable, so that every time we'll not be talking about the same thing over and over and over and over again. Let's make agriculture sustainable. Let's make everything, every system that we want to, I mean, put in place to help agriculture. Let's think about its sustainability, not just coming to solve a problem today, coming to solve a problem. It eases the burdens of farmers. Let's say if you are going to purchase fertilizer for 500 cedis and you are giving one, the 500 cedis can be used for another thing, but the sustainability of it is what we are talking about. So let's think about the sustainability of every system that we want to put in place today, so that tomorrow we will not be talking about the same thing again. It makes progression difficult. It makes even some that want to even venture into these kind of businesses uh, discouraged. But for me, I just want to advise the farmers that in your own small way, you also try your best to make the work that you are doing sustainable, so that all these uh, risks, adverse weather conditions, the external factors that's really affecting agriculture in the country, you can also do your best to cope with those factors, so that you will not be found wanting. So this is what I want to talk about today. Anytime you want to go into production, think about sustainability. Think about how possible you can make what you are going to do sustainable. And if every farmer is trying his or her possible best to make his work sustainable, in general, the government also implement policies. If even it's not so, we will not be much dependent on the government to implement policies that's going to help us. But if it comes, it's good. But you as a farmer, try your possible best to make the work that you are doing sustainable, so that your work will progress every time. You will not be talking about the same thing over and over and over again. My name is Samuel. Just do well to follow me. Subscribe to my channel on YouTube at Farm with Samuel. Just join us. Let us plant today and harvest tomorrow. This is Farm with Samuel.